Hello and welcome to Frank's School. Well, I had a surprise. This runs out. I'm going to have to change my plans. I still believe that we should go through in Frank's School. Uh, I want to go through the history of Britain, but Simon Schama, sorry. Well, yeah, I'm sorry, but his wonderful version of that is apparently not available for free on YouTube. Only that first episode, beginnings. Uh, I had no idea. I thought the whole thing was there. Now I have it all. I had copied it for my own purposes back 15 years ago when it was broadcast. But I don't really want to be using it if my viewers can't easily go to it. Well, so I admire his work, and he has other work. The history of the Jews. I'm looking at that at the moment, and some other things as well. So I'll probably continue to learn from him as we go. But for the purposes of this course, I'm going to have to change. Now I guess I'll pause for a day or so while I adjust. This was a big surprise for me, but I did find that a man named Raymond Snyder, I guess is the way you'd say his name, on YouTube, he has a playlist called History of Britain. And he uses, first of all, this man's work, TJ, I have no idea how to say that, for the first two episodes. And then he goes to this site, channel, for the rest of them. And I think with a little bit of effort, you can find that. And by tomorrow, I should have my act back together. I was really thrown by this. I think why I went to Schama is I think it's the best. It's the best that I had seen. But maybe it's not the best for the purposes of this course, because I already know a good bit about, knew a good bit about British history. And so Schama, Schama might actually be a little bit too deep for a person first trying to learn this. So we'll have to see. And then in my mind, I'm asking myself, maybe it's worth it to back up. Since we'd only done the first episode of 15 of Shama's, maybe we could back up and get another start. Call that a false start. Go back and look at the first two videos here and visit that time again through somebody else's eyes, up to the Norman invasion. This I think is called the Kings of England, and is going to be oriented toward the kings themselves, I think. So maybe back up. I might do that, at least experiment with it. And there's something to be said for that, because if you already have some prior knowledge, I think that's what they called it, it's easier to understand something. And I may experiment with that. I'm really not sure. Now these two names, Trevelyan and Churchill, they're there because when I was, in this course, or at this time in my life, I find myself revisiting my youth. And at a very early time, I got interested in being an English teacher, and then English history as well. And I had bought two paperback copies. They may be on a shelf somewhere. This was like, they're 3-volume sets of History of England. And I bought both of them, and I think I read them both, although it was heavy going at the time. But I read them both because they were two different versions of the History of England. What was I going to say? Oh, I suppose there's a term, Anglophile. I guess for a while, I'm not sure if that's the way you spell that. I don't know. Anyway, as a lover of English things, I might have qualified as an Anglophile for a while. I don't think I would anymore. My love is much wider, and maybe more, well, Europe in general, especially Germany and Portugal. But anyway, at a very early age, I got two versions. And why I'm telling you about that is because now, Schama, you can see his work. I mean, if you buy the DVD, it just is not available for free, and I recommend it highly. But in this course, I think for the time being anyway, I'm going to have to say goodbye to Shama. All right, well, I need to regroup a little bit here, so I'll see you tomorrow, and I'll tell you what I intend to do here. I may actually have to take a couple days off while I back up, but probably not. I'll probably tell you. All right, it's kind of a different episode today. Bye for now.